I mean, the first question is obvious. How does it feel to be the voice of the Florida Gators now?
Pretty exciting, and it'll be even more exciting when we actually do a game.
Yeah.
So I'm eagerly anticipating the arrival of the season this weekend. But it's an honor. It's overwhelming in a good way. It's really the place where I feel I'm supposed to be, and I think that was an overwhelmingly positive feeling to have through the whole process, and then here over the last month since I've arrived.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about what it's been like since you arrived. What has kind of, the move-in process been? What's some of the prep coming into this game?
I've been in this get ready mode now for the last several weeks. So finally the get ready is done, and I can now get ready for game one. So it's just been a lot of that. It is a lot of making sure I'm meeting the right people.
All excited here to talk football tonight. Our first visit with head coach Billy Napier.
Getting the tools that I need in place to do the job, settling into new colors and traditions, and basically just then falling into the pattern that we all do in August of getting ready for football season.
Game coming up Saturday. What are some of the things that you are most excited to witness?
First of all, the game day atmosphere, watch campus and town just kind of transform into what Saturdays here in Gainesville are like in the fall. I'm really eager to work with my new crew, with Shane Matthews and Tate Casey and Steve Egan and Jeff Cardozo, and really it's a great group that I'm stepping into. So I'm very excited to see how we mesh, how quickly the chemistry comes together. We've spent some time together to try and jumpstart that a bit. But look, weather permitting, the sun should shine on Saturday, and seeing the Gators come out of the tunnel will be awfully exciting. I can already envision now the hair on my arms coming to attention as they take the field.
Yeah, we just heard Billy Napier talk. Kind of sounds like that's going to be a same experience for him. What is the day of the game going to look like for you? How early are you going to get in? How much are you going to be able to witness outside of the stadium, inside the stadium?
We'll see how much I sleep on Friday night. I'm very curious to see what time my body wakes me up on Saturday morning. It'll just be, finishing up details of my game prep. And then I think I want to get here early enough, because I don't know my way around on a game day just yet, but to comfortably not just watch the stadium come to life, but watch the campus come to life.
All right, well, thank you very much. We're about to go live on the air. We'll look for your participation.
All those things, the sounds, the smells, all those things about college football set it apart from anything else. And so I want to experience those for the first time myself. And much like Coach Napier said, there will be a chance to soak some of that in. And I think that's important for me to convey that reaction on the air as well.
Yeah, so kind of going back a bit into kind of how you found your voice, what kind of got you into this field to start with?
The love of sports, number one. Growing up in St. Louis was a huge factor, just being surrounded by the types of broadcasters that made St. Louis their home or were affiliated with those teams, and in some cases, went on to do national things too. So each stop in my journey, I've had different mentors for the level that I've kind of been on. And so I think that finding that voice is listening and being coached by people, and then at the same time, you just kind of have to do it. And with that, you'll figure out where you're more yourself and where maybe you're trying to do something that's not you. And so whether it be I'm older now, or the number of games, or just having the right people coaching and teaching me along the way, I feel maybe more so now in my career, maybe in the last 5 to 10 years, that I've truly figured out, what my style is and how to be more of myself when I call a game.
And speaking of big-time broadcasters, you are following up Mick Hubert, who was here for 30-plus years. What's that kind of like? Have you talked to him at all? Or is there a little bit of pressure following that up, or no?
I think there is a standard that's been set by not only Mick, but David Steele before him. You hear the stories about Otis Boggs, too. I'm only the fourth person to do this now since 1940. So those men laid down a foundation for this position. Those men, much like the ones that I grew up listening to in St. Louis, established that trust and that bond with this university and its fan base. So in that sense, I want to uphold that standard. I want to be want to be a valued member of the community. And if that's what I'm doing on the air, combined with off the air, then everything will be just fine. I'm hoping that Mick and I will get to visit here at some point, but you know, he had tremendous opportunities to share championship moments with not only these teams but their fans. And so those things can't be forced. They have to come naturally, and I'm hoping that I'll have similar experiences, you know, in my next maybe 3 decades.
Yeah, I mean, getting the opportunity to come in kind of around the same time as this new coaching staff, you've had time to kind of see how they operate. Is a championship in sight, or are those championship moments around the corner for you to call?
That's not for me to determine. I love getting in on the ground floor, not only with Billy Napier, but Todd Golden too. It's this very rare opportunity to watch both of them build their program from the ground floor. And so I get to share in that experience with them. And I'll be curious to see how both of them do it. What are the similarities? You know, what are the differences? And yes, I hope that they are the guys that will deliver those championship experiences for us all.
Yeah, and I'm sure Gator fans do as well.
Yes.
So, is there anything else you would like to add before we wrap this up?
You know, I think for me, in a lot of ways, you know, my wife said this right about when this was coming to be, is that she said, you realize that really our best memories as a family are when we've been associated with a team, and maybe even specifically with a college team. And so I'm very at peace with where I am with this decision, in that she's right. When you are a part of a community and you get to share the journey with a team, it makes me my most happy. And I think the other thing is, because I'm going to make my home here and plan on being here a long time, I'm hoping that that opportunity to give back will be as much of the experience as anything else.
Well, awesome. I wish you the best of luck throughout the season, but especially coming up on Saturday for the first game. Thank you so much for joining us.
You got it.